I'm Judge Elizabeth Davis Frizell. I'm running for District Attorney of Dallas County. I want to address reduction of bonds. Bond reductions. Bond reductions are important. When someone can't afford to bond out of jail, they could lose their job, they could lose their house or apartment, they could lose their families. It can affect their entire life. Sometimes when someone is able to finally get the money to get out of jail, they have to rebuild their entire life. I want to train my prosecutors to argue for fair amounts of bond, to not argue against reducing a bond if it's unfair to do so, to not argue against a judge granting a PR bond, which is a personal recognizance bond, which doesn't require money, when it's not appropriate to argue against a PR bond. I think prosecutors should be trained to make fair and just arguments, not just the maximum sentence or the maximum bond that they're able to obtain. As judge, I've seen time and time again, prosecutors make recommendations for high bonds, argue against the judge lowering the bond, and then on the day of trial, either reducing the offense or dismissing it altogether after a defendant has served months and months in jail. That's not fairness, and that's not justice. And prosecutors should not be trained to do that. I'll train prosecutors to ask for fair bond amounts just as well as I'll train them to ask for fair sentencing on any offense. This is how we stop mass incarceration: fairness in bond reduction requests and fairness in sentencing. We can do better in the DA's office. We can have excellence in the DA's office. We can excel with Judge Elizabeth Frizell. I'm Elizabeth Davis Frizell, and I approve this message. Join me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Frizell for DA, at Frizell the number 4 DA, or visit my website, www.frizellforda.com, Frizell the number 4 DA.com, for all the latest updates on events, news, and current issues. We can excel with Judge Elizabeth Frizell. Political advertisement paid for by the Elizabeth Davis Frizell Campaign for District Attorney. Dr. Freddie D. Haynes, Treasurer.